Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot. How are my wonderful Cancers today? Ooh, how are you guys doing? Isn't the weather gorgeous? I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, ooh, going through a little bit of stress, Cancers. What's going on? What's going on? Inhale, exhale twice, and then shake it off. We want to leave any negativity and tension out the door. We don't want to bring it in our sacred realm. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Come on, Cancers, you could do it. Inhale, exhale, and shake it off. Ooh, what is going on? Spirits, please talk to us on behalf of our Cancer family. Help them to share, to recognize, and to acknowledge and see and envision what they want. See the messages, follow the tasks given, get in tune with themselves. When you know better, you do better. What's going on, Cancers? Open up. Speak to me. Tell me what's going on in your life. Just close your eyes, breathe, and think about what it is you're going through and how you see and envision yourself getting over this hump. What's the best outcome? Don't focus on the worst one. Focus on the best one and manifest on that for a minute. You don't even realize how important it is. That's why I make it mandatory that when you come in here, you leave some of that junk outside the door as much as possible, because all it does is weigh you down and you end up focusing more on the problem than figuring out a solution. And we want solutions here. So seriously, don't bring that crap in here with you. Practice your breathing. It's not a game. It helps to release that tension that's embedded inside you, that's on your shoulders, on your neck, trying to keep you down. That's how it drains you. You can't allow that. You have to be in charge of your own destiny. You have to make things happen in your life. And don't focus on what's already happened. Focus on how you can get by, get through those storms that you face that's still weighing you down. There's more to life than stress, I could tell you that. Come on, let's go on. Speak to us, Spirit. Release to our Cancers and let them know their path. Help them to see the light through darkness. I said, help them to see the light through darkness. And what is that? What is that? This is what I'm talking about. This is the sun. Enjoy success and happiness. That's a big deal. Enjoy success and happiness. Cancer, it's always more time to learn, grow, and do better. There are going to be hurdles that you got to get over. No matter how tired you are, you can rest temporarily, but then you got to get back up. You got to get back up so the sun could actually shine on you. You got to get back up. No matter how drained, frustrated, fed up you are feeling, you got to get back up. I know there's some things going on in your life right now. Grow within your current situation. You know what that's basically telling you? To grow through the different situations, scenarios, to find your best self through those storms and continue moving forward. Grow. I'm not going to do this way anymore, or I'm not going to do this way anymore. You learned something. So now you have to apply it as you get back up and continue flowing uphill. Nobody ever said it life was going to be easy. I don't know anybody. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care what your faith is. I'm telling you, you will experience ups and downs in life. It's a given. It's a given. It's a given. And you got to go through the storms. Think of people that you know personally that could be the most God-fearing person, Bible-thumping person, in their space and nothing else matters. They could be lovers of their church and everything. Their strength is tested when they go through storms. They want to know how truthful they are, how honest they are. They crack this joke and they say, the church was getting ready to start, the congregation, they're having their service, and two masked men run in. Okay? People tell the story different, but this is how I remember it being. Two masked men run in and have their guns and everything. And they said, all the people that believe God will save you, leave now. And there might have been a handful of people left after it was full to the max. They said, basically, if you don't think God is going to help you, leave, you're free. The ones who think that God is going to help you, stay here. And the threat is that you could lose your life if you stay. So if you truly trust and believe in God, then you're staying put. But if you're scared to death and you don't believe enough in God to allow you to, you don't want to stay, you don't want to take that chance, you have to recognize those things, and then boom, the mask will pull off. And maybe it was two deacons of the church. Some people say it was a pastor. The thing is, when you commit yourself to something, you have to prove yourself correct, right? You don't want to prove yourself wrong. So when you believe in something, believe. Don't half-heartedly believe. And what happens, happens. But if you're praising your God, and no matter what anybody says, you love your God, that's where you put your faith. Well, some people say, well, he gave me a way out, so therefore I was able to leave because he opened that window for me, that door for me. This says here from the wise one, grow within your current situation. Have that strong belief that you're going to get through. You're going to make it through. You're going to see yourself on the other side. Envision yourself on the other side. If you know you're good at something, no matter how many naysayers and people that try to strike you down, no matter how many times they talk, no matter what they say, if you are strong in your faith, you are strong in your belief to overcome situations, then you shall. But if you don't give yourself the credit you deserve and you fall short, and you don't have to push yourself up, you don't have to pull yourself up, what are you saying? Be committed, even if you have to tweak things. Stay focused on what it is you're working to achieve. And then eventually, as you keep getting in tune with yourself and knowing your skills, your abilities, and start trusting more in yourself. You trust in your source, you trust in yourself. You trust in your source, you trust in yourself. People are like, I didn't know you could do that. Ooh, That's when you start getting a wake-up call, because you need people to pat you on the back to believe that your gifts that were embedded inside of you are worth something, that have some value. Do not look for other people to pat you on the back for you to know how great you are. They're going to see that by you continuing on your grind. This is the time for you to start hearing yourself. Start listening to who you are. Start working towards the bigger picture, the bigger goals. And stop limiting your growth and limiting yourself. Why would you limit yourself? You have a gift that needs to be shared with this world. Why would you limit it? Why would you hide and camouflage it and not show your true skills and show your true self? Why? I don't understand this. There's so much doubt in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. This is your message. This is your message. Look at this. Eagle, See from a higher perspective. This is what I'm talking about. When you can see yourself at the next level, where you can elevate your way of thinking, your perspective, the lens you're looking through, do you know how much growth will take place inside of you? Do you even get it? Do you know how much possibilities you can own? They're telling you you're wise, you're smart, you have the gifts necessary to move forward. The sun is shining on you. And an eagle, that's the height you can get to. You could be like a bird. Eagles always fly above the fray. They don't look from a perspective of down looking up. They look from a perspective of up looking down. Do you understand that? That's a big deal. You have to change the way you think about things. Don't always expect to fail. Tease yourself. Say, you know what? I expect to win. It's just changing the words around to fit the aspect of your growth where you speak your truth into existence. This is your time right now. This is your time right now. You cannot allow other people to dim your light. Now, if you want to turn the switch off, that's on you. It might be bedtime. Who knows? But you keep it on for as long as you want to, no matter how uncomfortable other people may feel because of it. Think about it. People look at you funny because you think differently. You look at things from a different perspective. You have a creative mind. And people look at you like, and then you go into your modes of where you cut everything and everybody off just so you can think things through. You're not always the quickest on your feet, and you may say some things that may rub people the wrong way at times. But the thing is, you have to get in tune with yourself. When you see some people that are not in tune, they follow everyone. They'll become a follower because they know they want something good, they want something big, but they don't know what they really want until somebody else shows them. How could somebody else show you what you want? They can train you, give you a tour, and help you to get in. You have to know what you want. Even if you're testing the waters, you stay true for where you are at the time. I want to be a train conductor. I want to run the train. I don't want to be in the ticket booth. So you work towards building to that level of comfort that you're seeking for yourself with elevation in mind. You see yourself in a higher place. So if you're envisioning yourself in a higher place and you're flying like an eagle, looking down, you can see the necessary steps in order for you to get through because you're thinking on a different level, a different playing field. You're beyond what everybody else says. You're investigating yourself to figure out if this is something that you want. And to even test the waters, you got to have a higher mindset perspective. That's what it's all about. It's how you think. When you get into your creative zone, your creative mode, it's like you put up barriers on both sides and you stay focused onward. Because you know what? You do you, let me do me. I see a different picture from what you see, and I'm going to work toward, because you know what? I can't get mad at you. I can't even get mad at myself because this was placed inside of me. This is for me to unravel. This is for me to see where it takes me. But I got to believe in what I'm doing if I'm going to go through with it, because then I'll be falling short and it's a waste of time. I have to be 100% committed and knowing that I am going to achieve this. Not maybe I'm going to do my best. I don't know. No, you have to be intentional. I'm about to rise. Okay? Maybe higher than I even thought possible. So I got to stay on course because I got big plans and I'm discussing it with my source. I'm tweaking it as needed. I'm praying about it. And you know what? I'm going to start seeing it. I'm going to start envisioning it. And sometimes you ever dream about something and then you put it on paper and you can go seek it until you find it. And sometimes it may not be the exact thing, but it's something similar. Sometimes, if you're creative, which you are, I used to like to go to homes and sell it to investors for them to fix them up and turn it into a home where somebody could live. And I used to go at the houses and I would see how they would design in my mind. Like, let's say you just see dirt and rocks. I could close my eyes and see the grass. I can see maybe two lions in front, or a beautiful bed of roses, and have a beautiful garden and plant food in a backyard and have fresh fruit growing. So when times are tough, you could go in your backyard and you could have some fresh fruit. Mangoes. I love mangoes. Get mangoes. You got figs or bananas, apples. You grow seasonings. You do all these type of things so that this house could be a home where you could cherish and eat, just in case things didn't work out with the situation out there. You always have something to eat. And it depends on where you live too. The weather conditions, if you needed to be in a greenhouse, different things. But that's being creative. That's looking beyond the here and now. And you could be in quicksand right now, but this is what you're seeing. That home, that beautiful home with the garden, with the backyard. And I've heard somebody, I was telling somebody, oh, they could do this, they could do that, and this and that, and then the cabinets, and then the colors. And they're like, what are you seeing? Do you see the house in front of us? Um, are you okay? And it just, you think about it, and sometimes people say, oh, you know, because I can see possibilities. And I want you to feel the same way. I want you to feel the same way. You have to be able to have the mindset of, I'm moving forward. I am going to achieve my goals. I am not going to stop. Because you know what? Eventually you're there where you were envisioning and seeing yourself, and you didn't realize it's not that many friends around you either. So don't allow people to make you feel guilty for who you are, because your path may not be their path. You have to construct and walk on your own path yourself. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. That's when you get in tune with yourself. That's when you start listening to yourself. Think about it. If, let's say, if every time you see, like how those, what were those hamsters or whatever it was, gophers, whatever, in that game where you do and you're knocking them on the head each time. So imagine that you're one of them. You see how no matter how many times they get hit, they still keep trying to stick their head back up. Why wouldn't it stop? That's how it is in real life. Some people keep doing the same thing over and over and over and not tweaking it, not altering it, not, trying to find another way to get through by altering something else. But a creative person like you, Cancers, creativity is a big deal for you. A big deal for you. And when you put your best foot forward, you reap so many rewards because you start believing in yourself and knowing your gifts and applying them. You'll hear people say stuff to you like, I didn't know you could do that. Get out. Oh my goodness, you built that. You wrote that. You painted that. You drew that. Those are your gifts, your talents. And when you start getting more in tune with yourself, you start pulling them out little by little. You ever see those big, nasty worms? And you pull and you keep pulling them, and they're huge. And you keep pulling. They have them a lot in the other countries, but you keep pulling on it. They have a little meme about it. And you know what? You keep pulling. And every time you pull, you're getting closer to what you're seeking. That's how life is. You keep pulling and pulling and pulling, no matter how messed up it gets at times, no matter how slimy it is, no matter how it scares you at times. You can't get to the next step in your life if you're fearful. If you truly believe in yourself, you believe in your source, you pray to yourself each and every night. Pray for yourself to get better. Pray for you to be stronger. Pray for you and commit yourself to what you're seeking. Believe it, see it, manifest it, touch it, and grasp it when it's close enough. You have to believe in what it is you're seeking, but you know what? You have to know what it is you're seeking. Is it what you're seeking because of what you want, or you think that might be right for you? Oh, there's so much stuff going on for you right now. This would be a whole nother reading. But I want to say to you, you have to believe in yourself. You can't let the words of other people minimize you. Right now, there's chatter about you. You know, people are saying some stuff about what you did or anything. And you can't. If you made a mistake, you know what you do? You apologize. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I didn't know this is what I did, or I didn't recognize that. Thank you for the positive feedback. Thank you for the constructive criticism. Do know that I apologize for my ways and my behavior. Thank you for putting a spotlight on it. And that's what you do. That's how you heal. Now, whether they want to accept the apology or not, that's on them. But you must be sincere. Okay? You must be sincere. Garnetqueentarot saying be inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And be your best self. Don't try to impress anybody. Don't try to appease anybody. Be your best self and go after what you want. It may not be the quick way like other people. Maybe you want to take your time and move a little slower, or maybe a faster way than other people. But you know, everything in moderation. Don't rush it, and don't fall asleep doing it, and don't toss it. Just stick to your grind and keep moving forward. Take care till we meet again. Garnet Queen Tarot saying be inspired to rise. Thanks for stopping